Check 1, 2. 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Check again, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think that should do it. Whatever. Hey, let's again. It's me again, and that's another horrible day of streaming. Today will be the Deus Ex Mankind Divided. It's kind of funny because Steam sale started yesterday, and this game's selling for like $5 or something. I actually bought this around the time when it came out. Well, not right after, but I think the Steam sale right after that it came out. And I had never played it ever since because mainly my computer couldn't handle it, and after that I got a computer, then I forgot about it. Seems like a waste of money back then. Oh well, doesn't matter. Let's get started at this one. Alright, so I actually back in April tried the first chapter, the tutorial chapter, to see if the game actually runs or not. But it's been 2 months and I forgot about it, so I guess I'll do the tutorial again. And what I was over the tutorial too, so you can enjoy the home and recap video. Alright, because of the reviews. Yeah, sure, why not?
The year
I don't really
was
remember the
2027.
story.
Advances in biotechnology were helping people improve their physical and mental abilities to an amazing degree. Provided, of course, they had enough money. A new breed of people was emerging, half human, half machine. And in Detroit, at least, not everyone was happy to see it. I'd just landed a job as head of security at Sarif Industries.
I think I saw at the
cutting-edge
GDC,
biotech firm.
this caption
David
as the
Sarif
worst
himself
example of
handpicked me for the job.
subtitles.
Said he needed me to keep his people safe.
Got a
My
job at
ex, Megan
security
Reed,
bar,
was one of them.
falling in
Brilliant
love or something.
neuroscientist, Megan had found a way to make augmentation safe and affordable for everyone. All she had to do was present her research to Congress. But the night before her big meeting, my security measures failed. A team of Black Op mercenaries stormed into Sarif headquarters, massacring everyone in sight. 3 of the mercs were heavily augmented walking tanks. Their mission? Take out Megan and her team. I tried to stop them, but their leader tossed me through a plate glass wall. Last thing I heard as his bullets slammed into my brain was Megan's dying scream. I should have died with her. Only I didn't. High-end military-grade enhancements saved my life. The best augmentation Sarif's money could buy. Took me half a year to get a feel for her. Should have taken longer. But 6 months into my recovery, Sarif Industries was attacked again. This time, by a radical group of pro-human purists. Violent, militant, and fanatically opposed to human augmentation. They claimed to be members of Humanity Front, a non-profit organization that wanted the UN to limit biotechnology research. The thugs broke into Sarif's factory and found machinists working overtime on a top-secret military augment called the Typhoon. Sarif sent me to retrieve it, and when I did, I found one of the so-called purists next to it, wired with cerebral implants, trying to download its classified specs. Obviously, something more was going on. The Aug killed himself before I could question him. Sarif ordered me to dig deeper, so with the help of Frank Pritchard, Sarif's head of cybersecurity, I did. Turns out a second hacker had been controlling the Aug's actions from somewhere off-site. Pritchard and I tracked his signal to a secret FEMA internment camp in Detroit. The Black Op mercenaries were there. The same mercs who'd left me for dead 6 months before. Figured they'd try again when they saw me. It wasn't so easy for them this time. I took out the tank named Barrett. Even got him to give me a new lead. A penthouse apartment in China.
Oh, I remember this.
Of course, we both knew it would be a trap in the end.
I kept dying to that boss fight over and over. I was bad at the game.
Hengsha Island,
Right.
China. Home to a city so crowded, they had to build a second city on top of it. Trying to find clues in Hengsha wouldn't be easy. Lucky for me, I wasn't alone. Farida Malik, Seraph Industries' ace pilot, had lived in Hengsha before. A good person to have on your side. She knew enough about the place to get me around. Malik dropped me in the lower city, close to the penthouse Barrett had told me about. Bell Tower Associates, a private security firm under contract to the Chinese government, had agents tossing the suite when I arrived. Just not for the reason I'd been expecting. Turns out the man who lived there was a criminal hacker named Van Bruggen. The same hacker who'd been remotely controlling the AUG in Sarah's factory. Van Bruggen's panicked decision to force the man to commit suicide had been a mistake. Now his mercenary partners were gunning for him, and I needed to find him before they did. Locating Van Bruggen meant playing nice with the Triads, Hengsha's organized crime lords. They had the hacker holed up inside a low-rent capsule hotel. By the time I found him, Van Bruggen had no qualms giving up the woman who hired him. Zhao Yunru, president of the Taiyang Medical Corporation. According to Van Bruggen, Zhao wanted to monopolize the augmentation industry and had hired Black Op mercenaries to destabilize her competition. Seraph Industries was at the top of her list. To prove this, I needed to get inside TYM and grab a surveillance hologram off a server. I suspected Van Bruggen was hiding something when he told me this, but nothing could have prepared me for what I saw. Megan wasn't dead. She and her 4 Vest researchers had been kidnapped, spirited away somewhere while their kidnappers made it look like they were dead. Desperate to learn more, I confronted Zhao in her penthouse. She claimed to be a pawn in a bigger plan, and hinted at a group so powerful it controlled global interests at a whim. Then she slipped into a panic room and hit the alarm, forcing me to make a very quick exit. I figured Zhao was lying, but part of her confession made sense. David Seraph had been worried about his people. So worried, he'd required all of them to have subdermal locator devices surgically implanted. The GPOs would have been broadcasting the day of the attack. But Zhao said a single call to Picus, the world's leader in global 24-hour satellite news, had turned those signals off. I needed to fly to Picus headquarters in Montreal if I wanted to learn more. Eliza Cassan, Picus Communications' First Lady of News. Malik thought I was reaching when I told her Eliza was involved in this. The world's most famous news anchor, working with a mercenary hit squad. But when I confronted Cassan in her office, she freely admitted to jamming Detroit's satellites the night Megan's team had been taken. Said she's just been following her commands. I suspected she wanted to say more. But Black Op mercenaries showed up looking to shut us both down. And just like that, the Eliza I'd been talking to disappeared. The mercs were led by an augmented killer I'd crossed paths with twice before, Fedorova, a woman who'd made silence her best friend. She waited for me to track Eliza's transmission to a secret server room underneath the Picus complex, then jumped me from behind. A deadly fight ensued. I made sure she never moved silently again.
I don't remember this fight.
With Fedorova down, and no one left to keep Eliza quiet, she reappeared. Turns out Picus's First Lady of News wasn't a lady at all. She was a sophisticated AI program, engineered to monitor data streams and control what people believed. Eliza told me the mercs had brought in a Humanity Front doctor named Isaiah Sandoval, to remove the scientists' implanted tracking devices while Detroit's satellites were down. She also told me to speak to David Sarif if I wanted to learn more. By the time Malik and I got back to Detroit, tensions between normal and augmented citizens had reached a flashpoint. Riots were breaking out in several cities, and the UN was being urged to intervene. Sarif was trying hard to convince Hugh Darrow, the inventor-turned-philanthropist who'd once been a leading proponent of enhancement technologies, to help stop a possible regulatory vote. Sarif had a lot riding on Darrow. Megan's discovery would have given millions of people the chance to evolve beyond their normal human abilities, and at the same time catapulted Sarif Industries to the top of the Fortune 500. According to Sarif, Megan's kidnappers knew this, and didn't want people evolving unless they controlled how it was done. He called his enemies Illuminati, and urged me to keep searching. Determined to do so, I tracked down Sandoval via America's most outspoken augmentation opponent, Bill Taggart, Sandoval's boss and founder of Humanity Front. Sandoval admitted to operating on Megan's team when I confronted him, but said he hadn't removed their GPLs. He'd merely switched them to a different frequency. Pritchard was able to trace one of the signals to China. Malik and I immediately took off in pursuit. Unfortunately, the Illuminati were one step ahead. Ambushed. Shot out of the sky by Bell Tower Associates, seconds after entering Hengsha's airspace. Malik's piloting skills saved me. After a tense and bitter struggle, I escaped into Lower Hengsha. The tracking signal I was following led straight to the Triads, or more specifically, to the augmented arm of Tong Si-hung, leader of a gang of augmentation harvesters. Tong said they'd taken the arm off a corpse, which Bell Tower had left at their door, meaning at least one of Sarif's scientists was dead. Maybe not the rest of them, though. Tong pointed me to a port used for human trafficking and helped me slip aboard a Bell Tower ship. It was sailing to Rifleman Bank Station, a military base in the South China Sea. Bell Tower was holding kidnapped civilians as prisoners there, and using them to perfect the Hyron Project, a human-computer interface that left most of its test subjects dead. My search for Megan would have ended then, if not for a mysterious ally named Quinn. In exchange for my help exposing Bell Tower, he slipped me aboard a second ship headed to Singapore and an Illuminati-run biotech facility called Omega Ranch. 3 of Sarif's scientists were there, forced by their captors to create a technology capable of remotely shutting down augmented abilities. Thanks to an emergency recall notice issued by the World Health Organization, millions of people all over the world already had the biochip installed. With the help of the scientists, I tracked Megan to a private section of the ranch. There, I ran into Yaron Namir, the walking tank who'd put a bullet in my brain the first time we met. He'd teamed up with Zhao and was hoping to catch me off guard. Their little ambush didn't work. I found Megan in a suite belonging to Hugh Darrow, the billionaire philanthropist who'd Sarif had called on for help. Darrow had convinced her to go along with the biochip plan by promising to sabotage the tech. As she was explaining this, Darrow appeared in a global broadcast, telling the world that augmentations would be the death of mankind. Then he activated the biochips to prove his point. All over the world, augmented people flew into a killing frenzy. Darrow had betrayed everyone, and it was up to me to set things right. To do it, I had to reach Panchaea, a massive installation in the Arctic Ocean. As I raced through corridors built by an all-augmented workforce, I saw death and destruction firsthand. By the time I shut down Darrow's broadcast, I knew the damage he'd done. Still, humanity's future remained unclear. How would the world react to this sabotage? Would people ever regain their faith in augmentations again? What would be the Illuminati's next move? Only time will give us the answers.
Yeah, okay. It was a quite a long cutscene for the entirety of story. It's kinda nostalgic thinking back to the time I played it, but I don't remember it too much.
I once thought I could save the world. Now look at it.
In yet another
Also,
augmented
it
terror
doesn't mention
attack,
the ending.
251 passengers aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history.
Sometimes you just have to let go and embrace what you've become.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa, are ya?
Well, if I do, McCready, I guarantee you'll never see it coming.
Agent Jensen! Am I gonna have a problem with you?
No, sir. No reason to assume you would.
Good. Because you are the only augmented operative on this team, and I intend to make good use of you. Listen up, all of you. We got a sandstorm barreling down our arse and we can't afford to make mistakes. We're going after this man, an arms dealer named Shepard. He's ex-Bell Tower, one of the Special Forces commanders who disappeared during the incident.
And he's come out of hiding. That cannot be good.
It's not. He's selling weapons and military-grade augments to terrorists. This is Aran Singh, the undercover agent who lured Shepard out of his hole. Best you see Interpol's got. For 3 years he's worked hard to get him tight with the Jinn, an Iraqi smuggling cartel that's infected the Eastern Hemisphere like a plague. Last week, our arms dealer sent a message to the Jinn, offering to sell them a shitload of black market merchandise dirt cheap. They told Singh to handle the buy.
They're not gonna like it when Interpol disrupts their party. Is Singh's cover really that good?
It is right now. We need to keep it that way. This is where the deal's going down. A half-finished high-rise hotel that's been abandoned ever since the incident. It's not a pretty picture inside.
Let me guess. Most of the laborers were augmented with heavy-duty industrial rigs. So when the incident hit, and they all went schizo, things got gruesome real fast.
And no one, except for some homeless junkies, have been inside the place ever since.
So what's the plan, Director?
Singh's meeting Shepard on the ground floor, inside the hotel's main atrium. He sent the bulk of his Jinn crew to the penthouse levels to secure a vantage point. I want McCready's team to take up positions overlooking the atrium and make the arrest. Jensen, you're going in solo from the roof.
My objectives?
Keep the Jinn from joining the party. As far as we can tell, only one route connects the atrium to the penthouse level, a halfway decent elevator shaft. Here. I want you to block access to it.
Fine. Just cut me loose.
Do you plan on relying solely on your augments for this one? I'd recommend taking a little hardware, just to be sure.
But considering my level of skill, probably take a weapon. Probably not a big deal.
We've got a UC in there. Might be easier to maintain his cover if he's not the only one still breathing when this is done.
Smart thinking.
Yeah, but if anything does happen to him, you'll be telling his wife. After you get out of the hospital, of course.
What about range? There's lots of wide spaces and high ceilings in there, but a number of tight and constrained rooms too.
So it's a crapshoot, really.
Considering my aim, it'd be better to take a short range, so getting close and personal you get the aim harder to miss. Even though I'm not good at it, I like to shoot at
Well, I'm not looking to play dice with anyone in there. Give me something with distance.
Your call. Less chance of being seen and compromising Singh that way. One last thing, Jensen. Singh said the Jinn are using some sort of portable Wi-Fi device to boost communications. He's got a better chance of maintaining cover if you disable it.
We'll keep an eye out for it. But aren't we on the clock here? You said there's a sandstorm moving in.
There is, and we got the intel on this mission at the very last minute. So we're scrambling a little. If it comes to it, your #1 priority is keeping the Jinn out of that atrium.
Copy that.
Time to put away your heavy thoughts, gentlemen. We're approaching the target building.
You're up first, Jensen. Let's do this.
Gentlemen, welcome
Task
to
Force
Dubai.
This is Knife Leader. Engage Hush drives and descend to Angels 1-5.
What was it? What was it from? Oh right, Spec Ops. The game was pretty interesting. I remember trying to grind that in the first, not the first, the previous game, because you have to unlock it through the points. And I think we really never really use it anymore after I unlocked it, which was kinda.
Team leader, this is Jensen. I'm on the roof.
Solid copy. Move into the building. The access route you need to block is at the far end of the penthouses. And keep in mind, the direct route might not be the easiest one.
Roger that.
McCready will advise once his team is on the ground. Miller out.
The mouse is a bit off of the mouse. But ow. What is that? Oh. That's interesting addition, I guess, but quite irrelevant for me. Okay, moving on. This is a tutorial later anyway, so not much to do up there. Move on. Small sensitivity is a bit too much. Come on. Yeah, not really going on at this point, right? I don't know the correct things to do in times like this. I mean, also when there's the cutscene and there's the people talking in the background, I don't know when to talk. Should I keep it silent and let the story play out, or go and talk over in the after? I guess there's different styles to it, but I have no idea what's the right thing to do.
Jensen, we're moving through. Oh, fuck!
What's wrong?
The Jinn have got a few Jennies up and running. We're gonna have to hack keypads.
You should enjoy it, McCready. They have colors and shapes. Just remember, red means bad.
Fuck you.
I mean, there's not the correct way to do it, but there's a better way to do it. And I feel like I'm doing all the worst choices when it comes to streaming. Everything from the Smart vision, sound to middle mouse button. Like from the title of the video, thumbnail, everything just like awful. So feel like I'm doing it very wrong. Let's see. So follow the wire as they meant to be. Oh, there was a door right there. I guess it was meant you're meant to be walked in here, being walked. Can't walk, but I do the other way. Ow. Anything in here? No.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Alright.
Access granted.
Open Sesame tutorial. All again, you have to cover this room space. The movement transaction space. Now it's standard stuff. Full space to run. Simple enough, I guess. Yeah. I can just shoot him, I guess. Oh, there's two guys. Alright, so let's see how I do this. I'm not good at stealth game. Like I'll take the I'm gonna reload. Or there we go.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
But what's in here?
Jensen, Mac, listen up. Doppler shows that sandstorm's moving in fast. It's big, and it's gonna hit us hard.
God, I hate the fucking desert. Confirm visual?
I can. Time is not on our side.
Copy that.
Solid copy.
I don't remember if this section has that hard time limit the previous game had, like the one. Oh, is it the they set up the bomb on the hospital, so you have to disable it before the timer ran out. That was an interesting touch because if you ignore it and do the side things before the mission starts, the counter actually continues to go on. So if you just loop around and don't do the mission, they die. Oh, wait, actually there's yeah, this one. I wonder if this one actually has the same thing too, like sandstone. They keep mentioning sandstone coming in. I wonder if it actually come in and win the mission. But then again, if you do that, the game will just soft lock. Is it so soft lock or hard lock when it comes to the game progression will cease to be? Oh, right. Automatic. What was this one for? That point. Open, put down. Hold. Hold. Button pressing while I'm out. Let's see to pick up.
شكل الموضوع ما فيش حاجة. خلاص كفاية.
Okay. Put that away. Pretty much. Alright, the energy. Shit.
تعال نأمن المكان هناك. القائد ده راجل مش تمام وما عندوش
Well, that's not what the tutorial wanted me to do, but as long as it works for it. Looking around here. So, two main stealth games I played is this one and the Metal. Although Metal Gear only played the game really wanted me to go up there and showing the signal. What was I saying? Yeah, this game and the Metal Gear. Although Metal Gear only played the very first one.
عشان تكون بعيدة من الرمل.
Good. There is too much riding on this deal. Last thing we need is the comms breaking down.
فهمت. يلا نبتدي نتحرك.
Anyway,
McCready, how you making out?
Slower than expected. It's like someone's tilled a fucking cemetery down here.
Say again?
When the shit hit the fan in 27, the rush must have been...
That was fast. We installed the signal booster already?
plus minus. Really? That far away from me? It's like on the other side of the left-hand keyboard.
المخزن من المخازن
Why?
الموجودة على
I guess because it's a
تكون
set up
بعيدة
to
من
the
الرمل.
Good. There is too much riding on this deal.
controllers.
Last thing we need is the comms breaking down.
فهمت. يلا نبتدي نتحرك. شكلك زي القرد اهو.
Search. Oh, Tyson. Sorry, I'm not.
McCready, how you making out?
Slower than expected. It's like someone's tilled a fucking cemetery down here.
Say again?
When the shit hit the fan in 27, the rush must have been for the stairs. There's corpses everywhere. A lot of your cousins are here too, Jensen. You want me to grab you any spare parts?
No parts. But I take mine with cream and 2 sugars while you're asking.
خلاص مش قادر اتنفس هنا.
The game wanted me to do the Tyson thing, but I didn't have patience for it. Where was I? I was saying. Isn't there one more guy down there? Oh, there he is.
ليه ما خدناش الحوار لحد دلوقتي؟
So this game is technically not solely stealth game, unlike the Metal Gear. It's a stealth action game. I guess there's some like
Nothing to report. Over.
some smaller scale games.
Jensen, what's your 20?
Working my way through the penthouses.
Remember to keep an eye out for the Jin's communications booster. If you can, disable it.
Roger that.
Is there a map? Okay, there is. Where is it? Just sees the 11. Where was it? Anyway, the games keep interrupting me, so I can't remember what was the trying to say. Oh well. Bit later. Yes.
في حاجة عندك؟ لا محتاج كل الأسلحة دي معانا. شكلي بتخيل حاجات، مش شايف أي حاجة غريبة.
Nah, he saw me. Man, I'm really bad at this, huh? Shit. What's the key for grenade? I don't know if they actually told me or not. Gee, okay. Mutual storage of it. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let me take the that guy is not looking at this guy. Take this down. Take that guy down. And the rest of them just shooting down.
ازاي المكان ده ممكن يكون حر للدرجة دي؟ الموضوع طول قوي.
I actually don't get a pump.
ايه؟ بتقول حاجة؟ نعم؟ كلمني؟ سمعت دوشة.
Come on, let me give it
Don't
the...
worry.
That worked out. He heard me standing up and he decided to check it out. Alright. Next up is the two guys up there. Two guys, right? Two. pressing the wrong buttons because they
العاصفة الرملية بتقرب بسرعة.
let's see.
القائد ده
1
راجل مش
2
تمام وما عندوش شرف.
1
مفيش حاجة هنا غير الرمل. وبعدين دلوقتي.
he saw me. I was too slow. Oh well. As long as it didn't raise the alarm, right? Item. I don't need
I was talking about some serious shit, so let's keep going.
Wait. Civilians. How long ago was the incident that these corpses are like pristine? Oh wait, no, we saw in the cutscene these are the homeless guys that moved in after the incident. That the team guy got. There's one guy below us.
Taking forever.
Wait, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure that one leads to the next area, isn't it? I gotta find the signal thing. Is it in the penthouse? There's this or this, I guess. Penthouse. Let's check what the yeah. Venting. What was the first game that had a venting? All the I can think of right now is the Half-Life 1. And I'm not, no one should imagine that's James Amor. Ah, there is the... How do I do this? Me? Where is it?
Listen up, everyone. James hacked into the Jin's radio signal. Checking the patch now. We should be hearing Sing any second.
خليل، الراجل اللي هيبيع لنا الحاجات جاية كمان شوية. روح قول لبقية الناس إن أنا هحصلكم وخليكم يعني منتظرين.
Patch is clean.
Solid copy. Good. I'll repatch us once the deal kicks off.
Miller, I disabled the Jin's comms booster. Should make it harder for them to listen in on the deal.
Good work. With luck, Sing's cover will still be intact when this is over.
Roger that. Moving on to primary target now.
I guess technically the Super Mario, the height is still kind of yeah. Oh well, doesn't matter. Oh shit. I wasn't expecting the guy to ride outside.
الجو ابتدى يحرر قوي.
There's some more guys down below. Should take
The storm will be here soon. لا مفيش حاجة هنا كمان.
1, 2.
This place is giving me the creeps.
This is bad idea. This is bad idea. This is bad idea. That was a bad idea. Didn't check my energy. It's kind of interesting if you're comparing this game to Metal Gear because the Metal Gear is all point is the stealth action. And this game is the stealth action. So in takedown like this, if it was Metal Gear, it doesn't take any. Ah, shit that. I was talking, damn it. I'm bad at this game. That's one, I guess. Wait, how far does it go back? Let's see.
خليل، الراجل اللي هيبيع لنا الحاجات جاية كمان شوية. روح قول لبقية الناس إن أنا هحصلكم وخليكم يعني منتظرين.
Patch is clean.
Solid copy. Good. I'll repatch us once the deal kicks off.
Miller,
Same news.
I disabled the Jin's comms booster. Should make it harder for them to listen in on the deal.
Good work. With luck, Singh's cover will still be intact when this is over.
Roger that. Moving on to primary target now.
So in the Metal Gear, the takedown doesn't use up the trying to talk here. Suppressing fire. Put it down. No. Yeah. That was a waste. But in this game, takedown cost energy. Because you're basically building up your character in inventory items and stats, yeah, and using that and spending that through the actions and stuff. Yeah. So you can weigh your options between try brute force this or try use energy to different ways and whatnot. Very different in design goal, but similar mechanics. It's always fun to compare different games, how they approach the same idea. You know, different game. But I'm not really good enough to talk about it. I'm barely good enough to notice it, and there's certainly so many better people who are more qualified to talk about it. Playing what was this? What's the game you stick down to? I guess that's a variation of Luna or what's the name? Solid? I don't know, whatever. Let's move on. Let's stop talking about things I don't know about. I can get the things done. Do I have enough energy for takedown?
Huh?
No. Yeah, that's like a the least stealth way of take someone stealthily down. Where's something I can throw?
Jensen, we're inside the atrium, taking up positions on the terraces. What's your 20?
Still moving.
Well, hurry the fuck up. Enemy helos inbound and this sandstorm's getting close. You get that comms booster disabled?
Affirmative. Booster's fried.
So maybe the Tin Man does have a heart after all. Way to look out for your team. Creedy out.
Not the bad thing, but alright, next area.
initiated. Access granted.
Open Sesame. So when I played back in April, I played up to the.
This is Jensen.
This
Penthouse
fight
access route
that's
secure.
coming up right
Jim
after.
shouldn't be a problem. Over.
Copy that. About fucking time. Enemy helo sighted.
When they did back there, they kept dying over and over. So
All right,
strike
strike force, position and
without
hold.
dying too much.
Strike one.
You know me,
Position.
and
Strike
I
two.
know me.
All
I'll
set.
die over and over.
Strike three. Yeah.
Strike 4 in position and holding, boss. Eyes up, safety's off, guys.
Yeah, no shit, brown nose.
Watch your fucking mouth, Halliday.
Both of you, shut up. 5 in position.
Everybody stay sharp. Singh's got eyes on Shepard. Patching you in now.
Target's in the AO. Remember, Singh's down there, so watch your fire.
You got balls, Singh? Executing a buy with a sandstorm on her ass?
I cannot take credit for Mother Nature, mister.
You can call me Shepard.
How biblical. Are these the weapons?
I think the people nowadays will
The
also
orcs.
see a Shepherd with more
They're getting
of,
harder to come by.
games. Than
Guns
a
are still on the
typical-
chopper.
At least a typical gamer.
Show me the cash, quick, and we'll...
Oh.
What the?
The part has been crashed. Shepard is dead.
What? By who? What's going on down there?
Miller, this isn't the Jinn. Repeat, it's not the Jinn.
They're after the weapons. Open fire! Open fire!
Weapons free! Open up!
Greedy. Make it a grab for the chopper. You got a shot?
Negative! Negative! We're under heavy fire down here! We can't let that chopper take off, Jensen!
I got it.
I really wanted to jump over when it was the first time.
They're closing in! We're
Hey,
gonna
what?
lose Singh! Jensen, I can't reach
Oh,
you!
I can't. Last time I did it, I took the elevator down. I didn't know you could do that.
Jensen, this sandstorm might have just bought us some time, but you need to disable that chopper.
Copy that.
I'm dying. Where are you? I'll pop it. Grenade! Stop pressing fire. I'm out of bullets. Damn it.
Taking cover! I'm down!
Shit. Oh, shitting me. Where's... Ah, shit, this is not good. I don't have any... I never... Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Give me some weapon. 3. Alright, give me some. 5 shots. Shit. There's more.
Hostile in my sector!
What do I have? What do I have? Give me something. Ammo.
Jensen, step it up! That chopper's about to take off!
What do I do?
Miller, chopper's been grounded. Repeat.
Jensen! You're welcome.
Wait, did he survive or not? The undercover guy. Well, that one was better than the last time because I was able to jump down into the elevator. Huh. Oh, this symbol. The econs, right? The story of the guy who flew.
Artificial eyes to prosthetic limbs.
From molecular-sized computers.
Human-controlled evolution available to all.
We will merge with machines, with computers.
When this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you. No, stop! And planned. Scenes of horror on the streets of Detroit.
Kind of madness has gripped mechanically augmented people.
Shanghai, Los Angeles, Ankara, Dubai.
People are dying out there. Millions of people.
The search for survivors in Pangaea has been downgraded to a recovery mission.
The Czech Republic leads a growing list of countries calling for the relocation of its augmented citizens.
It's a new world, Adam. It's afraid of people like us.
Bust into safe and secure segregation.
Seraph Industries closely towards
You didn't think it would end with the AUG incident, did you?
We were victims. This is retribution for a tragedy we cannot control.
They control the news. They buried the truth with disinformation.
Possible detonations. Looks like car bombs.
Another terrorist attack, this time in a police station.
The United Nations Security Council has tasked
The new
Interpol.
anti-terrorist intelligence and response team will have all
Task
the
Force 29.
Agent Jensen.
I won't let it happen again.
Oh, Sam. That was quite cinematic. That fight could have gone much better, but at least we got through without dying. I panicked too much.
What have the events in Dubai cost us?
They knew the risks.
How many assets did we lose?
All of them. The sandstorm didn't help. The mission was a success.
Clearly, your scale for success is a generous one. However, the erratic nature of the attack could work to our advantage. Interpol will be confused for weeks, and with our continued guidance, the people will come round eventually. We are all in this for the long game, after all.
That's never changed.
You think so? Do I need to remind you all how far we have veered off course? The AUG incident has caused a schism in society. Things are worse than we projected, and growing more unstable every day. This will not be tolerated. To ensure the success of our vision, the disruptive elements must be excised.
No one here disagrees with you. Let me fly to New York and I will personally evaluate the situation. We may already have the votes we need to ensure that the Human Restoration Act passes.
Very well. Stanton, you accompany. We may need to exert financial as well as political pressure to silence anyone opposed. Proceed. Elizabeth, I'll contact you later.
It won't succeed, Lucius, even with Dowd's money. You know what Rand will find in New York? Weak, ineffectual men. And with Nathaniel Brown still an unknown factor.
Of course, that is why we're proceeding with our alternate strategy. You have claimed much in the past, Paige. This is your chance to deliver.
Everything is in place. We can initiate whenever you wish.
Secure your communications, Bob. Jaina seems to have eyes everywhere these days. He and his Juggernaut Collective...
Janus won't be an issue. I've made arrangements. I laid the foundations. Now it is time to get everyone's attention. Page, activate the sleep cell.
So we just had a high tension fight, now we have a low tension expedition. Although I never really get these setting up things because I'm terrible at memorizing the people's names and faces. So I know this is the...
Konečná stanice Růžičkovo nádraží. Příjezd za 5 minut.
It's not German, is it? Probably the chap, but the cutscene mentioned chap. Yeah.
Miller, it's Jensen. Just getting off the train now.
Copy that. We'll debrief when you get in. You coming straight to the office?
Unless there's a problem at a checkpoint.
Your papers should be in order. Just keep your head down. Miller out.
I want that trench look like that.
Hot off.
The movement is very slow and the automatic walk on.
Just let my wife think.
Cinematic mode, I guess. Showing the tension between the...
Oh, so sorry.
Very sorry.
Damn it.
Oh, cool. Damn plank! Why don't you watch where you're going?
Here, let me help you with that, ma'am.
Man? Seriously?
I could have gone with Sweetie. You get my message about Dubai?
Yeah. I'm glad you're all right, Adam. That ambush sounded pretty bad, man.
Not something I was expecting, that's for sure. Any idea who hit us?
Well, I'm sure your task force will come up with something. And that it won't be what the Juggernaut Collective digs up. Kinda odd, though, don't you think? Interpol sending your team, the Prague team, to Dubai in the first place?
Miller said they were scrambling. Last minute intel. We were the only strike team available.
Yeah, well, that's a lie. Better get moving.
6 to 8 hours.
The Collective has been keeping tabs on all task force divisions ever since we slipped you into one of them. They've got a team in Oman. Could have been a hell of a lot faster than you guys.
So why send us?
I don't know. If the task force is an Illuminati front, like we all suspect, it doesn't make much sense to send it into an ambush.
Unless they wanted our team to see something. Officially.
Augové, připravte si papíry. Připravte si papíry na inspekci.
Don't make a scene, Adam.
Wouldn't dream of it, Alex.
Is there a problem, officer?
Nezastavuj se!
I swear it's gotten even worse here in the past few days. Everyone looking over their shoulder. Terrified bogs like us are going to attack them again.
Somebody probably will. Treat people like animals long enough, they'll start acting like animals.
You say that like there's nothing we could do to stop it.
I already tried 2 years ago. Didn't work out so well.
So what? Are you saying we should just give up? Let hatred and prejudice take over? To hell with that!
I'm saying I can only go after enemies I see, Alex. The men who caused all this, the true power brokers, they're the ones I need to stop. I thought you knew that.
I do. You, me, the Juggernaut Collective, we're all trying to stop them. It doesn't mean turning a blind eye to...
Then help me find them.
Are we supposed to be talking this out in the open like this? Seems like conspiracy. Nice episode.
Hold it! Hand over your papers.
Just watch yourself, Clank.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Can't believe you're doing that.
You brought this
Love,
Put your hands up, lad.
Make this any harder than it has to be.
Hate
real
this
life.
city.
Security check
Come on.
with that. In game or not.
If you're right about Dubai, about the Illuminati needing your team as witnesses, then we need to find out why. Who gave you the order to mobilize?
Miller did. But it probably came from someone higher up the chain.
Doesn't mean he's not in on it. Ever heard of the NSN?
The neural subnet, sure. In TF-29, directors use it to plan ops and communicate privately in cyberspace. What's this?
Whisper chip, custom-made wiretap device. Janus designed it to fit inside the NSN's motherboard.
Ah, the elusive Janus, leader of the hacktivists. Am I ever gonna meet this guy?
Someday, maybe. Right now you need to concentrate on Miller and find a way to access the NSN's motherboard.
This is the this game's equivalent to the lab handlers using it or something. People die.
Alex, you okay?
It feels much different when it's a random civilian that gets
Let's get out of here.
crossfire like this.
Do you hear that? I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, be careful. We'll talk.
Yeah, this is I wanna see this.
Stand back, let me help.
It's never easy to see people dying, even if it's fiction or not. Especially if this is civilian. Whatever.
Shit. Alex, it's
it
Adam.
keeps the inventory.
Hey, you sound like shit. How you feeling?
A little sore, but I'll be alright. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I've been through worse. Jesus, how fucked up is that to think, huh?
Listen, Alex, my systems are acting up a little, so I've got to get checked out. But if you want to meet or...
What? No, I'm fine, man. You just take care of you. This girl's built tough. Give me a call when you're useful again, okay?
Alright, I will. Talk to you soon.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting a terrorist attack. Was it terrorist attack or... Anyway, let's get moving. So, I didn't realize they were gonna give me the inventory. I should have rooted more in the final battle. Watches. I guess it's hacking. This is hobby or something. Oh well. JC, welcome package. Stop getting killed. Activities output. Whatever. Code. Door. Let it go. Book of a learning tool. Did this one came up after Frozen or before Frozen? Leave and then can't be too blurry. Wash. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta do my washing thing. Well, I'll do it after 3. It should be fine. Housework, right?
Open blinds.
Good morning, Adam. You have one new message.
From?
David Sarek.
Play it.
Adam, it's David. I know it's been a while, but after what happened in Prague yesterday... Look, son, whatever reasons you've had for not getting in touch these last 2 years, well, life's too short. I'm leaving for London soon, but give me a call.
You saved his vidcall number?
Yes, Adam. Just activate your TV system.
My eyesight are not that good, so I have to rely on like this special eyesight thing. I'm like, yeah, this one of many reasons why I'm bad at video games. My perception is too low. Oh, that was a television.
Its flagship project, a glittering engineered city named Heya, is slated to be publicly unveiled at
How do I open this?
I, for one, cannot wait to learn more. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
Adam,
let's see.
Thanks
You
for
got
calling
older.
me back, son.
Seraph.
I heard about the bombing in Prague. It's all over the news. Did anyone you know get hurt?
You know me. Tend to keep to myself. I'm surprised you even know I'm here.
Interpol called me when you applied for the job, part of their extensive background checks. I gave you a glowing recommendation.
Thanks. What do you want?
What do I want? Jeez, Adam. I know I did some questionable things in the past, but lots happened in the last 2 years. To both of us.
Was it? Cause and then yeah, that's nice, I guess.
That's true. For what it's worth, I'm glad you made it out of Panchaea.
Thank you. It wasn't easy, as I'm sure you know. I was at death's door by the time the rescue crews pulled me out of the wreckage, and while the doctors were stitching me back together, my company fell apart. Wasn't anything I could do to stop it, not from a hospital bed.
I heard Tai Young Medical bought everything up.
They're the only biotech corporation that could after the incident. Our patents, our tech, everything. Oh well, sometimes one dream has to die so another can rise from its ashes.
Yeah.
You heard anything from Megan?
After all we went through, I thought she'd stand by me. Still, you know, she always wanted to be at the cutting edge. She didn't see a future for herself in Detroit, so she went to VersaLife.
She moved to Hong Kong?
San Francisco. They've got an offshore research facility there named Roca Seca Beach. I'm sure you've seen it in the news.
California, huh? I wonder if she's told her mother.
You want my advice, son? Write her out of your life. Because I'm damn sure she's written us out of hers.
It's nice that they edit the actual line you're saying under the most of the choice. Because it's so many games that it's so different from what you expect them to say.
You talked to Pritchard lately?
Frank! Out of all of us, I think he's the one who's changed the least.
He'd probably tell you there wasn't anything about him that needed changing.
I'm sure he would. But when the world transforms itself the way ours has, people need to adapt or get left behind. Frank's freelance now, but he's still in computer security, still in Detroit. I don't know if he'll ever leave.
Moving on.
Your message said you were going to London. Casual trip? Or is this tied to the new dream?
I'm, meeting with the Santo Group, Nathaniel Brown and his investors.
Shit, 1 second. What the hell?
Santo.
Sorry about that.
They built the Udalek complex, the Og Ghetto, here in Prague. Why are you meeting with them?
Brown's got big plans. He wants to focus on real solutions, ideas that look to the future. You've heard of the Safe Harbor Initiative?
No.
I've heard of Rabia, the walled city he and his company are building in the desert for Ogs.
Rabia's just part of it. We're talking about self-sustaining, energy-efficient arcologies that can be replicated anywhere on Earth. Cities built by the augmented, for the augmented.
Where the dream of self-controlled human evolution lives on.
It may not seem like it right now, son, but one day, people will move on from the incident. And when that happens, we'll be ready for it. I'm glad we caught up, Adam. I've always tried to look out for you, you know. That bombing yesterday.
You didn't call to talk about the bombing. Just ask.
It's nothing, really. I just need a signature so I can finish filing the bankruptcy paperwork.
You need my signature?
Yeah, apparently there was some kind of bureaucratic mix-up caused by you being declared legally dead for a year. The apartment in Detroit was leased in your name even though we paid for it.
Fine. Send me the paperwork.
Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it, really.
Goodbye, Seraph.
Huh. What's the subtext here? You didn't call me about the bombing, and you ended with the signature thing, but you didn't really call it for signature, did you? I wish I was a bit better at the what do you call this? Putting things together. I'm not that good at like that paper, putting the plus and subplus and hints and whatever together. I tend to just enjoy things that would happen. I mean, if you think about it, if you're good at it, you're basically spoiling yourself, isn't it, in the storyline? No, spoiling yourself is different than giving yourself a spoiler. English is hard, at least for me. I'm not that good at English, even though I spoke for like 10-20 years. See about that. I mean, how much you can do, transfer, sufficient, so he custom orders his code then. Hospital chain. Oh, I guess from the task force. Change your box password, now the name of the brand of the show site. What? What? How am I supposed to know that? Oh, hold on.
As you wish.
As you wish. What do we have here? Go. So this is the home safe, I guess. Let's see. Stun gun combat. I guess I'll keep the pistol. The rifle. Pistol. Yeah, come on. Stun gun. Revolver. Do we have a revolver? No. Nope. I guess I'll put the all of the ears away on the rage. That let me. But if they don't let me, come on. I don't really need things. Yeah, I'm a pilsner. What is this? Sort. How do I do this? Functionality to by this. So it's the one of. Ah, shit. It's the one. It's the one of hacking device thing. I want to go back to inventory instead of exiting. Come on. I want 2, 3. No, don't have anything. Now what? Guess we go outside and meet the guy, I guess. I'll get checked up on the augmentation malfunction.
Miller, it's Jensen.
It's good to finally hear from you, Agent. You doing okay?
Sorry about the downtime. I'll get to the office as soon as I can, but my Augs took a hit during the attack. I need to get them looked at.
Of course. There's a lot of work ahead of us, Jensen. I'll see you when you get in.
Dr. Kohler, I need to pay you a visit.
Jensen! Now's actually a really good time for me, like right now!
Something wrong?
There are some guys in my bookshop. Pissed off the Valley gangster-looking guys. So, unless you want bloodshed the day after a terror attack...
The front door isn't the most peaceful option. I got it.
The Void Witch finds. Hey, it's the guy. It's kind of. How do you put this? It's kind of interesting that I'm live streaming going back to Void, and then there's this thing pressing the forward. Looks like cultist or something, huh? Am I cultist? Shut up. Shut up. There's a vent down there. The cornerstone of the RPG, robbing a random house, breaking it. Computer access. Joseph's rating 3. Machine gun. Reminds me of the I really should play that game or something at one point. Speaking of gun. Put in the side. Not shotgun, nice.
Church.
Hello. Sorry for barging in.
Seeker,
you are a cultist.
You are here to see the builder? He has been asleep, but I cannot wake him. I do not know if he will recover. You gave us the means for our salvation. Do not fear nothing. The singularity is near. We must hang on. We will all find our way to the machine god. I pray that the mother will change her mind.
This is the single charge electric build, I think, or been a while, too long. Last time I took my physics
Some of
class
us
was almost 10
remember
years ago.
Builder.
Optical stream, second line.
There is always hope, Joseph. Do not despair.
Voltage. Changing voltage will work initial.
I pray that the mother will change her mind. You gave us the means for our salvation. Do not veer now. The singularity is near, Sever. You must hang on. There is always hope, Joseph. Do not despair. We will all find our way to the machine god. Do not give up faith in the church. Some of us remember, Fielder. You gave us the means for our salvation. Do not fear now. Do not give up faith in the church.
Let's try hacking this. I can't.
All find our way to the machine god. I pray that the mother will change her mind.
Nah. Yeah.
The singularity is near, Sever.
Moving on. The screen movement is a bit jarring, isn't it? I want it to be a bit more smoother, but I don't know. Hacking.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
I failed. I failed. Oh well, moving on.
Were there not allegations that there was terrorist bombing at a local church?
But Ark had nothing to do with it. We are
A non-violent
You alright, man?
Yes.
Please, leave me alone.
That was 6 months ago.
You need to stop. Looking at them.
Victim to a bombing. The third day at Prague and recent months. Is this really the face of a pacifist? Join the discussion online and let us know what you think. This is a last.
Poor guy. Where do I need to go? Oh, this is the extensive. Over there it is, so down left so close. Hello. Is there a problem, officer?
Sir? What do you want, Clank? Go on back to your hole before I ship you off to Gollum.
Hey. Rude. Is he going to withdraw?
What do you want? You've never seen someone with nothing before?
I'm here. You'll be fine.
No. Maybe. Slowly walk away. I didn't touch it.
That's an urban myth.
Those, they say hackers everywhere. Not particularly within security. How is that? Okay.
Don't say that.
Yeah, let's fuck.
Maybe someone died wearing these uniforms.
Game not letting us progress outside of the intent. Oops, game closed. Game closed. Graphics. GP crashed. Damn it. I'm afraid it's gonna happen. because my computer's not good enough to run it. Shit. I guess I have to force quit the Yep, game crashed. GPU. You're right. Luckily, I guess it didn't like hard crash. Like all the display looks fine. I guess just the game crashed. Alright, starting up the game again. Hopefully save somewhat recently. Yeah, I was afraid this would happen. The temperature is rising too, so it's gonna get warmer. The computer is struggling to keep itself cool while GPU is working overload. Gonna the computer sucks. Is it back on? Okay, it's capturing back on again. Yeah, I guess I'll just focus to the first quest and call it a day before my computer completely shuts down or something. Okay, skip. Auto save picture. Hopefully save most recently. Yes, story. Come on, continue. Spies and doublets. The last minute people uncover agent and Jansen tracking racing to Dubai. They hope the rest of the game is on auxiliary yet midway to the operation. Gold laptop with personal damage to everyone. 1 week later, Jansen returned to his home base in Prague, riding alone by train to meet someone in sea, Alex Vega, a member of an international network activist, hackers, and spies who pulled answer the Juggernaut plot. Told him his team were being manipulated. Can you believe it's only 8 years away from now? 2029. Where have the time gone? It feels like yesterday it was like 2010. And this loading take forever. Huh? Main things, trainings, SHW. What are you talking about? The obvious is not having any drop frames, so it's just the YouTube thinking I'm not sending enough video because it's a static image. Ah, there we go. The link finished. Where am I? Before I enter you guys' apartment, I guess. Where does this go? Sorry to barge in. Please sleep, please. It's a lot of whatever this is. Inhaled? They're doing drugs? Is it drug lab or something?
Jdi mi z očí, Augu. Nejdřív mi vyhodíš město do vzduchu a teď čekáš, že na tebe budu slušná? Buď rád, že ti neplivnu do ksichtu.
Is that a hamburger? What's with this that's more like a what's the word? I don't know what the word. Really, it's more like that red thing, isn't it?
Overcome the flaws of the flesh and ascend, Seeker. You are one of the gifted.
The machine god is
join us in the machine god.
And we are all part of the machine god.
Do you despair for your future? Do you search for something, some meaning, but never seem to find satisfaction? We have the answers. The Church of the Machine God does not claim to have all the answers, brothers and sisters. Only all the answers you need.
What?
In our bodies, in our augmented bodies,
Tell me more.
our
No.
salvation.
Let's see. Nope. Nope.
Stop right there. Yeah, you. Down on your knees.
What? What? Get off my knee. What? What did I do?
I'm not carrying anything.
That's for me to find out.
Let's get to the quest already. Enough looking around. What? What? Crashed again, damn it. Still lagging? It should have enough damn it. I guess the city area is too much resource intensive for my computer. Come on. Come on. Stream status 4. Tell me what I don't know. Actually, let me restart OBS, I guess. I'll be back. So don't tell me the stream got cut off. I mean, I know you cut off because I turned the OBS off. Because I hope that your YouTube side didn't automatically close off the stream. I'll be back. Alright, good. Didn't end the stream there. Okay, good. Yeah. Because if it doesn't receive signal for a certain amount of time, it automatically turns it off anyway, so. As long as that didn't happen, that should be fine. Yeah, if it crashes again, I guess I have to lower the settings or play another game or something. But I only have like 20 more minutes to go for today anyway, so let's see how it goes. Which isn't ideal, but we knew that from the very beginning. None of this is ideal. My stream sucks, my quality sucks, and the computer is old. I don't have the money to upgrade it. My microphone is like a $5 one I bought it like 10 years ago. No, 5 years ago. No, $10 microphone I bought it 5 years ago. Jeez, numbers. Thumbnail is lazy. My voice is all over the place. I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to show, la 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 la, all the jazz.
I'd like to see more.
How much longer is it going to take?
Scan this week. Why don't you scan somebody else?
What?
I heard something.
What did I do? Leave me alone.
Okay.
Get on that!
Beggar.
I saw him last night out behind the restaurant. He had a mail.
And it crashed again. Yeah, I guess my computer's overheating a lot. That sucks. You know what? I guess I have to call it the end here. I barely got anything done, but computer is not cooperating. Yeah. Well, I hope to do at least bit like a half hour more, but well, 20 minutes more. But yeah, I guess it's the end. Tomorrow, I guess I'll finish either finish up the Lost Tech or the do something shorter. Oh well, that's it for today, and thanks for watching. Hope it wasn't too painful. And I will go back to the void and see ya. Have a nice day. Bye. I don't know what to say.